Texas Governor Rick Perry has broken fundraising records, raking in a record $22 million in the last quarter. No, not for a White House run. It's part of his job as chairman of the Republican Governors Association. And now Perry's ability to bring in so much cash for fellow governors is dispelling concerns about his ability to fund a presidential campaign if he decides to throw his hat in the ring. And that is the subject of today's Power Play. Chris Stirewalt is Fox News digital politics editor. Hey, Chris.
How we doing?
So Governor Perry, as head of the Republican Governors Association, raised that record $22 million in just one quarter. What does this do for his clout?
Well, remember, this is an off year. This is not an election year. It's harder to raise money at this time. And under Perry's leadership, the RGA raised twice as much as it would have in a comparable cycle in 2009 or 2007. It is a lot of money. It does two things. One, it shows that he has national reach, like Haley Barbour, his predecessor, in tapping those deep pockets that so often fund Republican candidates. But the other thing it does, and this is very important, it demonstrates that Perry is going to have strong support from his fellow governors if he decides to run. He's doing them a solid. He's taking care of business in his job. They're going to like that.
And the Governors Association does tend to make a presidential endorsement as a group. I understand they were leaning toward Tim Pawlenty or Mitt Romney, both former governors. This changed things?
Well, Perry's presence itself changes things because he is an active governor. He does lead the association, and he's the longest-serving governor in the country. So certainly that changes it on its own. But the fact that he's taking care of business, as I said, is going to make his fellow governors feel at ease. And remember, Republicans generally like to nominate governors. That's their mode, and the Governors Association endorsement is important in that regard.
Yeah, they like to nominate governors because they feel that they have an understanding of state issues.
The Republican Party is the state's party. The Democratic Party is a federal party. Generally, when you boil it down to its basic reduction, and Perry's a states' rights guy.
So the $22 million exceeds what we had from Haley Barbour. He was very influential. So can we expect Perry to exceed that influence?
Well, Haley Barbour is a special creature. He is an insider from Washington, former head of the Republican Party, who went back to Mississippi to serve. So he's both sides of the coin. What this represents is for Perry, as an outsider, a guy who can make an inside play.
All right, Chris Stirewalt, thank you. And now Chris is going to head over to the .com area, and he's going to host his All-Star Politics show, Power Play Live, and we know a lot of you are online while you're watching, so if you want to check that out, you can find the link on our homepage each weekday at 11:30 Eastern, or log on to live.foxnews.com.